Hello and welcome to this episode of the Offbeat Podcast with me, Dan.
And me, Luke. Make sure you head to our socials, show us some support, like, comment and subscribe on this video. Go to Spotify, give us a 5-star rating. Enjoy the episode.
Welcome back to the Offbeat Podcast.
Offbeat Podcast.
Episode 42, you reckon?
I think it's 42. I mean, people know. People know now. It could be 42. We tend to get on. How are you, Dan? You all right?
I'm great and very excited as well because...
Very excited.
We had a food content creator on a few weeks back, El Burrito Monster, and...
People loved it. People loved it.
It went well with our audience, went well with his audience, so...
We've got one better.
We've got one better.
Oh, don't say that. I'm getting called out on TikTok now.
I want to say that because we know him. Pat Sam East is in the building. How are you, mate?
I'm all right. Yeah, I'm all right, guys. Yeah, thank you for having me.
Mate, thank you for coming on.
No, pleasure.
Fangirling in the corner. It's going to be a fun one this today. I think it's going to be a fun one. So we've been checking you out. We've got a few of our lads as well who watch a lot of your content because you are quite Manchester based, aren't you?
Yeah. I'm from Macclesfield born and bred, but yeah, I'm in Manchester a lot. I love Manchester. Food scene there is incredible.
Yeah.
So I've got quite a big fan base from there. So yeah.
And you've done a bit of work with like Mank Eats and Mank Bible,
I did a bit with the Mank Eats and stuff like that. I did like a series called Scram Review where we go down to... Basically, we'll go to like hidden gems in Manchester and go and like discover them and try and show them to the people of Manchester and like do interviews with like the people behind it, like the chefs and stuff like that. And that was it really. It was mega. Yeah, I well enjoyed it.
Was that mainly takeaways?
No. So that was just literally restaurants.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So you've got Joe McGrath who works for the Mank. He does the takeaway side of things. So he'll like go and get a takeaway and then go and eat it in the back of the car or something like that. Yeah. And that's how he started off. With me, I was going actually into restaurants, sitting down and having the meals brought to me, and then we'd sit down with the restaurant owner and we'd talk through the dishes and stuff like that. So yeah,
it's a lot more to like value that though as well, because obviously it's not
service.
it's not just the food, is it? Obviously you talk about the vibe of the place,
exactly,
and then like more like the service and like how they bring it out. And
yeah, it was great to talk to the people as well who own the restaurants or who work there, and you got to see their passion and you got to speak to them and they taught you through the dishes. And it got to a point where we ended up like actually eating together. Normally it'd just be me eating on camera, but it got to a point where it was like we're actually eating together and we try it and he'd be like, oh yeah, you should be able to taste this come through and this, that and the other. So that was pretty sweet.
Did you feel a bit of pressure though?
A lot of pressure.
Camera like, oh dear.
Yeah, this is rank. Is this cooked properly?
Where's your seasoning?
No, I get what you mean, but I just look. It takes a lot for me to be disgruntled. It really does. I like anything. I can get a kebab or to something fine dining. I'm gonna love it no matter what. So if I ever tasted like something that I wasn't a fan of, I wouldn't ever say anything anyway. I couldn't do that even off camera. I couldn't.
No, yeah.
A lot of this person's passion. It's just all their heart, soul has gone into this, and I'm just gonna be like, yeah, shit that, man. Take it back.
Oh, mate, you're the best meal on the menu. That's what a chef recommends.
Next,
I bet some people do that though, don't they?
You reckon?
Like, I reckon some like food reviewers are just like, next.
There was the food. What's his name? Food Review Club.
Yeah.
Food. I think it is. He came up to Manchester and went to Salita. And he had the burger from Salita, and he slated that outside. Yeah, really slated it, weighing hard. Yeah, I've not watched the video, but I saw he did a post on it, just saying it was really crap. So, but I could never do that. I've had bad experiences at places, but what I'll try to do is actually direct message the place first and just say I've had a bad experience. This is the reason why, and just see what their response is. But
of course,
I never really. I think I've called out like one person on my story, but I think it was a big place. I think it was Pizza Express.
Yeah.
But
so it's a massive chain, sort of.
A big chain, but if I ever went
so they wouldn't be hurt by your words much,
I've always just try and just see what their response is as well. If they're like, "Oh, we're really sorry, we're short-staffed," or this, that, and the other, or the ingredients we used are a bit, I don't know, not out of date, but they're not up to scratch.
Of course, yeah.
You can sort of talk your way through it, and then at least they've got some criticism rather than me just saying, "Oh yeah, it was great."
Yeah,
and it not be. At least they know that we need to make improvements here and there, and then. Yeah.
I think the good part about like the small sort of restaurants here is like I tend to find whenever I go to a small restaurant, they're not bad.
No,
like they're always good.
If they're busy, they're always going to be.
Of course, especially if it's like a family. I love like a family-owned business, and you walk in there. So there's one in Cheadle. They do like it's like a Lebanese, and we go there for our dinner. Oh my god, there's a queue out the door. It's a tiny shop,
Nice.
like, tiny, and honestly, it's unreal. I think it's called like Jazz.
Is this the kebab place you were talking about?
So that's the Levy Bakery that's now opened up in Stockport, which everyone knows about because it's just gone viral.
Yeah,
but like this is a different place. It's called Jazz. And honestly, you walk in, proper family-owned business.
Yeah.
They've got like unreal tandoori chicken, like lemon and chili chicken, over like spicy rice, and honestly, it is unreal.
My first Scram review was a Lebanese. I'm sure it was. If it's not, I'm sorry, but I'm sure it was. But Little Yeti, I think that's family run. And the food, I think it was brother and sister who were like front of house, and the food was incredible. Absolutely incredible. They had like a tandoori oven in the kitchen. We got to see them how they made everything.
So good.
Oh, it was mint. And then we made what are they called now? They're like little dumplings, but they have a name for them. I can't remember the name.
So is it like
Not
filled with like with meat?
Yeah,
or-
there were some with meat. There was like pork in there and stuff like that. They were like dumplings, but not dumplings.
Right.
They had
Yeah.
a different name for them, but they were incredible. And we did like a little. So it was the brother. He like talked us through all the meat dishes, and then the sister, she helped us do like we actually made them together and then cooked them and then ate them. It was mint. Yeah, that was my first one. That I'm so sorry I can't remember your names. You know, I think it was Nanny and Nitty. I think that was the name. Yeah, that was
Fair, you've
That's
done quite a few reviews.
yeah.
That's class for your first one as well, that they took you into the back and
Oh
showed you
yeah,
how
there's loads of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it threw me well in the deep end. Never done anything like that. I was sweating all day. I've
So,
never done anything like
At
that.
that point, did you not have like numbers in terms of following or anything like that? Or was that
I can't remember how many followers I had at that point. I think I probably had around about 15,000, something like that.
Right, okay.
Yeah, but I think the reason they asked me to do the Scram reviews is because I was always on my stories a lot.
Yeah.
doing
Yeah.
a lot of cooking. It's a bit different when you're in your own home and you've got your camera on you. You sort of get used to your own environment and surroundings. So I look quite confident. And then when I was put in front of the camera, it was a completely different scenario because it was like I kept having to do retakes and then I was stumbling my words.
Yeah.
Because at the beginning, it was scripted. It was like I was given a script. And it wasn't down to a T. It was just like you have to follow these kind of lines.
Yeah,
and
these
then
sort
go
of
from there.
guidelines.
And then it got to the point where it wasn't scripted at all, and I felt a lot more comfortable there
Yeah.
because you could literally just talk about what you wanted to.
I think they work better, them, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, Rate My Takeaway's obviously blown up to like an oblivion right now, and he's literally just the most
He's class.
common guy.
He just says whatever he wants, doesn't he? Yeah,
and he's just like when he starts just singing along to himself, not scripted, is he? Him just singing along to himself as he's walking down the street. You're like, come on.
He smashed it, hasn't he? He just props up a little table
Yeah.
outside somewhere and just starts scranning. The dream, man.
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
It's really
innit?
weird. And he always asks for a receipt for his tax returns as well.
Is it?
We know his game. We know it, and he always leaves it in as well. You're like, yeah, I'm getting the tax office. Don't worry
It's his
about it.
job, innit? You know what I mean? Yeah, claim it back. Yeah.
Play.
I always see him do it every time I start chuckling to myself. I'm
Yeah.
like, there's the entrepreneur in him. There we go. Get it in your accounts book, mate.
Receipts for everything. Absolutely everything. Yeah, I get it, man. I get it.
So, what made you start making content in the first place then?
So it was weird, really. Like I've always liked food, but I've not massively been like well into it, kind of thing. My mum and dad weren't massive cooks. I think I just remember my dad like just making fish and chips every so often.
Yeah,
But he'd
yeah.
do the proper way. He'd go and get some fish and he'd hand cook the chips and stuff like that. But yeah, for me, like a decent meal out was going to TGI Fridays. That was like the ultimate barbecue.
Yeah, yeah.
But now looking back, it's just a fucking chain. Yeah. But it got to a point where I was just like, on my personal Instagram, I was like taking photos of like really odd stuff. Like I have a brew and some crumpets. I just take photos of that.
Yeah.
And then I went to Almost Famous in Manchester.
Rate almost.
Yeah.
I rate almost famous.
Oh,
quite highly.
when they first started, they were incredible, and that's what got me started. I remember going there. My mate took me. Very indie, bloke at a door. He'd walk up there, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
The person in the northern quarter, and he'd walk up and say, "Can I have a table for 4?" And he'd be like, "Table for 4." Like, you got to come back in half an hour. Give me your number. And you disappear, and you come and you go up. And I remember the burgers that came out, and they were like that.
Yeah.
And I remember my mate taking me, and I was just like, "Wow." I've had burgers before, but I've never had burgers like this. And it just like kind of sparked something in me to start making burgers at home. So I started making burgers at home and stuff like that, and then started taking photos and putting them on my Instagram and Facebook. And I used to box. I used to box a lot, and I had an old boxing coach on my Facebook friend list, and I remember him writing a comment on his page saying, "Why the fuck would anybody want to see what you're eating?" And I said to my missus, I was like, "That's aimed at me," because I don't know how many other friends he's got that are posting the burgers and like, crumpets and toast and shit like that. And didn't think anything of it. And then I seen my dad the next day, because my dad was the head coach at the gym, still is. And I said to him, I was talking to him, I was like, fucking Simo's like, put this stuff on. It must be about me. So I went to show him, boom, he blocked me. And I was like, it's got to have been me. It's got to have been me. So we were laughing about it, but then I came home and started speaking to my Mrs. Abby, and I was just like, do you reckon I should just set up a page, and like, if people like it, if people are liking my burgers and stuff that I'm doing, they can follow it, and if they don't, they don't. If they don't want to see what I'm doing, they don't have to. So Abby was like, yeah, why not do it? So I set up a page, and originally it was called I Heart Bacon. That's what it was originally called, I Heart Bacon, because I love bacon. And I was just literally... And I was literally like taking photos of bacon and burgers and stuff like that. And then my page was really like stagnant. It wasn't getting much growth. I had quite a few followers on my personal page. They all like kind of transferred over anyway. So I was like at 700, and I was... following a guy called Ollie Eats. Still quite friendly with Ollie, still in like some groups with him and stuff like that, chat to him most days. And I said to him, I was like, how do you think I should do a bit of rebranding? Because like when people see the name I Heart Bacon, they're just going to think it's a page dedicated to bacon.
Or it's like a spam account or something like that.
Yeah, and when you come on it, you're not seeing much on there.
No pun intended there.
Spam account. I like that. I don't know how I missed that.
Oh, Jesus. Like one of the bad jokes. He's usually one of the bad jokes.
I went over my head that. I'm really proud.
So yeah, he just said, yeah, like, what you thinking? And I was just like, I need to make it a brand. I need to make it about like me kind of thing, like, as a person. I wanted to go around and start going to restaurants and stuff like that. And I didn't want it just to be about my cooking at home and what I'm cooking. I want people to see where I've been. And I was like, his name's Ollie Eats, and I like the eats part of it. I didn't want to become like, I didn't want to put a name and a place in it. You know, you see a lot of bloggers Mank. I didn't want that, because I didn't want to be tied to a place. I wanted to be able to be like, I wanted to go like nationwide kind of thing. And then the film, Bugsy Malone, Fat Sam. Fat Sam's Grand Slam. I thought Fat Sam works, and then Fat Sam Eats, it just rolls off the tongue quite well. So I just went with that, Fat Sam Eats, and that was it. I said I was going to change it when I got to 1,000 followers, and that's when I changed it, 1,000 followers, and now I'm nearly 60 now, so it's did pretty well. Yeah.
And that's just on Instagram as well. Your TikTok. I was having a look before. You got like nearly 100k followers on there.
Yeah,
it's
doing quite well on there.
80 odd.
Yeah. Just off one video. Someone always said, like, because I was posting videos, and someone said you just need one video to blow up.
Was that a potato?
That was a roast potatoes.
Maybe it will come
I'll show you full, mate.
That's the first video I showed him when it came in. I was like, mate, look at these cheese and parsley.
There was a parmesan one, and then with the gravy, but the majority of people on there is just giving it pure hate. TikTok is a toxic place.
Oh, I know.
It's toxic.
I like the bit on that one where you're like, this isn't, you don't have to do this, but add more parmesan.
Always more parmesan. You can never go wrong with too much cheese, can you? And then stuck the gravy on. I was like, everyone's like, you got crispy potatoes. Why are you making them soggy? I'm like, they've literally...
You're not Northern.
You don't know. You don't. One, you don't know what you're on about, and two, you're not Northern. But like, they've just come out of the oven. They've been in the oven for like an hour with beef fat. You won't be able to smash them, let alone gravy's not going to penetrate that crisp. And it was literally, stuck it on and then ate it. So shut up, TikTok. And then I did my beard battered onion rings, and that was another one where I've got I think that's got like 4 million views. Again, most of it's hate. It's just like, because I put low cal beer battered recipe, and everyone's just like, they're not low calorie, and I'm like,
to me,
if I'd moved the lettering of the beer and put low cal beer, which is what it was low calorie beer, battered onion rings, I wouldn't be getting the hate, and I probably wouldn't got as much likes as I did and views. But I was just like, I know I'm not saying it's low calorie, it's obviously not low calorie. You're deep frying onions, you know what I mean?
People don't get it though. When you send someone like, not abuse, but it just sends the video even further.
It does,
so
get more
really
engagement.
It's quality.
Yeah.
There's a guy who I know, Paul. and he's got a TikTok account, but his TikTok is like, it's one of them voiceovers. It's the American guy,
right?
But he'll say like, I'm going to like like Tesco, but he'll say this is like in American. This is something about a supermarket, but he'll do it just to
wind people up.
wind people up, and it's got nothing to it. It's not what he's saying it is, even though he's English. He's from Yorkshire.
Yeah.
He'll just say this stuff just to rile people up. And
Is he just pretending to be like American?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Clever.
Yeah.
Such a clever.
He's doing so well at it. Yeah. He's doing so well in it, and people are like, "I'm getting really pissed off with you," and it's just like. For the win, he keeps putting for the win and stuff like that.
There was something like this not long ago because there was like a YouTuber that everyone would kick off. It was like a kids YouTuber, but like all those people used to take mick of him. It was Morgs. Do you remember Morgs? Yeah. So he was like just a 16-year-old kid from Yorkshire. Yeah. And he went on a podcast. He'd never done like a full interview or anything like that. And he went on Jack Mate's podcast.
Okay.
And he's so clever because he basically said, "Oh yeah, I do things wrong on purpose."
Okay.
To drive, and he'd call like a remote control like a doobry or something like that. Do you know, he's calling it something stupid, knowing like he'd get it through, and he'd just do like the most over the top videos. Do you know on CBBS when they're like Mr. Tumble, and it's just the most over the top fake thing, and he did it on YouTube, and he was like the first one to do it. Millions. He's a millionaire now.
Just from doing something like that.
Just for doing like stupid videos, and it's just so clever. And I'm like, how can you be that switched on?
Yeah. What's the name? Who's the cook who did the microwave? What's her name again? Nigella Lawson.
Yes,
that was a PR stunt.
Of course it was.
Look at the amount of attention she got from just calling a microwave.
There's one guy that pops up on my TikTok all the time. So I'm into my DJ and stuff because I'm a DJ myself. So I've always got loads of DJ content coming up on my TikTok, and there's one guy who's got the whole of DJ TikTok on strings. He does really bad, awful transitions.
Okay.
And every single one, the comments are like, "This is terrible. Put down the DJ decks." And he uploads like 10 videos a day, and you could tell he's got everyone on strings.
Yeah, of course.
Really?
He's doing it on purpose.
Is he like a proper DJ? Does everyone know? Or
he's not a proper DJ.
Is he not? Right. Okay.
I hope he's doing it on purpose now.
He's either exceptionally clever or just really good.
Yeah, he probably should put the DJ decks down, trying to leave it.
He's got like 100,000 followers now.
No way.
He's smashing it.
All it takes though is when you get to that level, is just to transition quickly and just start putting a few good videos out, and you've already got that core.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And then people will just kind of like forget. People forget all the time, don't they?
Yeah.
Like, people do.
Yeah.
I really liked it. I just like reading the comments.
That's where you can get lost in the comments.
Yeah,
100%. You get lost in them comments. I love it. Yeah.
Social media is just a mad tool though, like, especially like because obviously you're quite big on your reels and your TikTok.
Yeah.
The way it pushes it out. Do you get the algorithm? Because we don't.
Never have done. People say it's like, "What's the secret? How'd you get so big?" I'm like, I could not tell you.
No one knows.
I got no idea. I've always said to people, if you're going to do something, just do it. Make sure you're passionate about it. Show that you're passionate about it. Put your face on there a little bit so people have something to relate to. And if you're good at something and you're different from other people, you'll just do well. Yeah. And that's the only thing I can put my. I won't even say I'm successful, because I was saying this to my missus the other day. I'm like, I hate everything. I'm my worst own critic.
Of course, yeah, everyone is.
Everyone is, because I think that's the only way you get better, by picking apart the stuff you do. And I've always said, like, if you want to be good at stuff, you just have to put your heart and soul into it, and just keep trying to improve and improve and improve, and you'll get big. So
especially when you jump inside the deep end, stuff like that, like stuff like content creation, the hardest part is just starting your camera.
Yeah, of course it is. Yeah.
Right. It's just like when we first started this. The first question you asked me was, "Are we putting it out there?"
Yeah.
Because obviously when we started this, like young sweaties, everyone's kind of like, "Oh." You kind of
mates rip you for it, don't
they? But we've not had one mate who's the only people who ripped us for it are people from like Leicester. We've got no idea on TikTok, and we're like, that's fine. But all our mates are like proper supportive, which is like,
good, man.
But it's weird that, because like the stigma of it is like, you're gonna get abuse, aren't you? You're gonna get.
I mean, you did in school.
Oh, you did in
school. I used to upload in school, and that was quiet.
Did you start this in school then?
No. We started this
last year.
Nearly a year. Coming up to nearly a year anniversary. Yeah. Jesus.
You had a birthday party?
Should we actually?
But
Go on, gossip.
and have it as a podcast.
Yeah.
In a pub somewhere.
Imagine how dangerous that'd be, though.
Yeah, it would be dangerous, wouldn't it?
Get you in the kitchen, is that right?
Give you all food poisoning. Yeah.
Just walking up. This is the best thing I've ever made. Best thing, and then your hair coming out with it. You've got a camera strapped to you. Like, here we go. Here comes a clips. What are your kind of like plans then moving forward for the channel? Are you looking, because a lot of people are moving into like the YouTube world as well as like Instagram and TikTok. Yeah. Is that like an ambition
it's
for you?
It's definitely something that I want to do. I've already had like a meeting. A shout out to George from Flonamics. It's not Flonamics. Flonamics. Mm-hmm. I always get his name wrong. But I had a meeting with him, and he's like a videographer from Macclesfield.
Oh, nice.
And we've been round to our house, and we checked the garden out, and we want to set up a YouTube channel basically, and it's going to be like Fat Sam's Fat Scrans, and it'd be like showing you how to make decent burgers, chicken wings, burgers, chicken burgers, quick easy dishes and stuff like that. But at the minute, it's just time. I haven't got the time.
Of course, yeah,
because I'm working.
Yeah,
well, I don't work Fridays now. I've reduced my hours, but I've got like a big collaboration on it at the minute where I've got to make 30 recipes, and every Friday now that I have off, I'm doing like 3 recipes in that day. So that's taking up a load of time. Mm-hmm. I've got 2 kids. At the weekend, I want to spend as much time as I can with them, because you don't get that time back.
Of course, yeah, you don't get time back
with them, and I'm finding that out. Jordan Peterson, do you know Jordan Peterson? No, he's like been on Joe Rogan.
Yes,
and stuff
yes,
like
I know.
Yeah. And he said a quote, doesn't he? Like you've got a child until 4 years old. After that, they become not adults straight away, but they grow up quick.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And I've noticed that since I heard that, I was like, well, Dorothy's 6 now, and it's like how fast it goes. And Pixie's only 3, and I'm like, I don't want to miss out on any of this. So any spare time that I've got, I'm putting it all into the kids, really. But YouTube is definitely the one that I want to crack, because even though you've got like a big following on Instagram, big following on TikTok, that doesn't bring in a revenue apart from if you're doing collaborations.
Of course, yeah.
It's YouTube
brand deals,
where it's YouTube where it brings in the money, because if I was to transfer those followers onto YouTube and get those views up, you'll get monetized.
Full-time wage, yeah. You're looking at a full-time wage. Coming through.
But that is my main aim is YouTube, but it's just finding the time at the minute. It's hard to juggle it all around. It's like Saturday, I had a free day, and I made 3 recipes on Saturday, and that took all day to do them. But then I've now got to edit them, and that's going to like take an hour and a half to edit each one.
The edit does take a long time.
It does take a long time, and then you've got to do the voiceover. Then you've got to do a caption, and then you've got to post. And it's just not about posting. You have to engage them when you post it. You can't just post it and walk away. Instagram and TikTok don't like that. They want you to be on the app and engaging with your followers. And it's just, I was saying before, wasn't it? Like Instagram's changed like beyond belief now. It's just not the same app as what it was when I first started.
I think it's TikTok. TikTok's changed everything.
Yeah,
every single app's turned into TikTok.
100%,
like Instagram was good because of what it was. It was a picture app. You could go on, like if you want to watch videos, go on to TikTok. And I know if Instagram was your app, you'd be like, we want all that audience too. So we want to keep it.
Yeah.
But it was great. You just scroll and you see pictures. It was great if I made a dish, I take a photo, edit it, upload it, and engage. It was great, and they go on about my day and do what you want. But now it's changed. It's like it's taken a lot of enjoyment out of it for me, because it's so time consuming.
It is very time consuming,
and it is. But you've got to put the work in. If you don't put the work in, you don't get the results you want. You don't get the results you want. So
I was getting quizzed by it was by Adam. I was texting him last week because he lives in Leeds now. So we talk once every couple of months for like proper chat. And he was asking like how much time, and I was explaining kind of what we do, how we do it, and when we do it. And he's like, "Wow,
yeah."
Because he asked me a question like, "Why don't you go foot golf anymore?" I went, can't. I just literally can't. But we're quite lucky because it's a podcast and it's literally 1 take, well 2 takes because it's 2 separate sections. I just need to watch it through and switch camera angles. Whereas with people who do like YouTube videos, and I'm like, wow.
This is the thing with this George. He's gonna edit it all for me.
Sound.
He's gonna do all that for me. He's a legend. So he said, I'll get the video in, and it's not going to be like a massive setup. I've said to him, I want it quite rustic. I want it to. He's doing it on his camera, but I said I want it to look like it's been done on a film. Okay. I want it just me just sat in my garden saying, right guys, we're going to make some wings today. We're going to do this flavour. Yeah. Let's get down to it. And it's just going to be dead rustic. And then, like I say, he's going to edit it all, so it's going to take a lot of pressure off me. And he said, all I want to do is I want to upload it myself onto. He said he could do all that. I said, well, I'll do that. I said I would like to do that to see how it all works. So I've never uploaded anything to YouTube. I don't know how it works. I don't know what the algorithms are like on there. I don't
Neither do we.
I don't think anybody actually knows how it works on any app. I don't think anyone knows.
No one knows. You can kind of make
You just gotta
trial
wing it, haven't you? You just gotta wing it. Just post it and hope for the best, and that's it.
See what happens and try and take some similarities with that.
On the topic of like wages and earning income from like YouTube and stuff, does TikTok pay its creators itself?
Not that I know of. It don't pay me anything.
Right. Okay.
I've not been paid from TikTok once.
Wow, and you've got like a video with over 4 million.
Yeah, I've been paid nothing.
That's mental. Imagine if you did that on YouTube.
TikTok as well.
There is ads on TikTok, and you can replay them and stuff.
Yeah,
like that
well, you
well.
can't. I'm pretty sure there's ways of doing it, and having ads, but I've got no idea how it all works on there. I think you can. I think there's like a creator tool on there where you can like. You can actually you can browse I'm not 100% sure about this, but I'm pretty sure you can browse a list of products and then you can choose those products. They'll send them to you review them and then put them on, and I think you get payment that way.
Right. Okay.
I think a lot of people do that, don't they now? Them water bottles that went viral, everyone was selling them.
But for me, that ain't me.
No, of course.
If I'm gonna do ads with someone and collaborate with someone, it's someone who I actually want to collab with and work with. I just don't want to do it for the money, because I'd rather do it with someone who I actually believe in, rather than say just a water bottle just so I can get a bit of money, because I think people need to start to see it as like quite transparent. I want people to be like, I want people to see that I'm genuine and I'm working with people because I want to work with them.
Yeah,
not exactly, because of the money. So, but I've not had any money from TikTok at all, and nothing from Instagram. The only thing that I've had money from Instagram is working with people,
with brands and working with people,
which is obviously. The more followers you get, the more money you can demand and charge.
Of course,
And that's the only benefit from really having a lot of followers on Instagram and TikTok kind of thing. But
I love getting into like the content and because I know that obviously we had El Burrito on. And he does a lot of stuff with like Mission Wraps and Bar Burrito, and you can tell that he picks and chooses brands of like stuff that he.
Well, they work for his. They work for his page.
Yeah.
You know, his brand is he does burritos and he's smashing it. The stuff he does and. How he makes those burritos,
it's
mental. It is absolutely mental. When I watch it, how he rolls them, and I've tried to do it with the smallest rat, and I still can't do it. I still cannot do it. He's smashing it, but it would look odd on his feed for him to go and work with, I don't know, just something random.
Sports Direct.
Yeah, like with a mug or something like that. It just wouldn't work, would it? And that's how I think it. You start to go down a road of just chasing the money and working with whoever. People are going to switch off, and they're not going to want to listen to you. And I want genuine followers to be engaged in what I do. And I think if I went down that route, saying, well, I've got no job now, I need all the money I can. I think people are just like, well, I will follow him. Yeah, he's just thinking about the money. He's not bothered about the food anymore, which I don't want. I don't want that at all.
I mean that's similar to our content, isn't it? There's no aim for money or anything. It's just doing it for fun. I think you can tell that with the content. The only time we've alluded to a brand deal was with Greg's,
which we always try and do.
We really want.
Imagine starting this off with a steak slice or something.
Oh my god! Honestly, I would sell my soul for Greg's, and I don't even care. And they need to know that I will sell it.
Thing is, we have a running question on this podcast.
Okay.
To do with Greg's, what's your go-to Greg's order?
So I don't really go to Greg's. I know.
It's the first one.
I don't, because I don't have time really. I never go near a Greg's account, or I'll take a pack lunch with me.
You brought that back.
Yeah, I've saved myself. I was digging a hole in one. Good job I brought a ladder, a clamp to go like that. But I will. My Abby goes into town with the girls, and Dorothy goes. and she loves getting the pizzas from there. The pizzas.
The margarita and the pepperoni.
Yeah, she loves them. She gets every time she goes into town. She wants to go and get a pizza from there. So that's Dorothy's order. Yeah, and I think Pixie just likes a bag of quavers from there. She's pretty happy with whatever.
Yeah.
But I have tried stuff from there. I like the cheese and bean melt.
Of course,
they're nice.
Unreal.
Yeah.
It's just so class.
Yeah, there used to be a bakery in Macclesfield called Don Miller's. They're not there anymore, so rest in peace, Don Miller's. They were fucking great.
Gone too soon.
Yeah, they've gone too soon. Yeah.
I brought back a memory, didn't it?
My brother used to work there as well. He used to go there. He used to give you like free pastries on the side. Yeah.
That's why I went down.
Yeah. I need to have a word with my brother about this. Don't I? I think there might be something underlying there. But they used to do the bacon and cheese turnovers from there, and they were banging.
Unreal.
Oh, they were unreal. Like I've had them from other places, and they've never been as good as what Don Miller's were. Yeah. But I like. If I was gun to my head, cheese and bean melt.
Yeah.
Oh, it's same as me.
Did you like that? Yeah.
Oh, we love. It's just top tier.
The more we talk about this on the podcast, the more I realise maybe my opinions quite rogue.
You're a bit out there.
What is it you like?
I like a chicken bake.
What?
The chicken bake,
They're quite
man.
dry. Aren't they dry? The chicken.
Like a creamy sauce.
Oh yeah. Okay.
It's just a bit mellow, aren't they? They are a mellow item.
Beautiful.
We said it last week. I'm going to start a campaign to just get rid of chicken bakes. I'm starting a campaign. We need 2 spaces for sausage, bean and cheese. Sometimes they're not ready. And you need 2 spaces. And chicken bake has got to go. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they've been sat there 20 minutes.
Yeah.
If you had to get rid of one pasty, what would it be? Would it be the chicken bake?
Yeah, it
Do you
would
reckon
be.
that's the weakest one on the menu?
I think that's the weakest on the menu.
What are they? What do they have? You've got the steak bake.
Yes, you've got steak bake.
Cheese and onion.
Cheese and onion.
You've got, and then you've got the sausage roll, obviously.
Yeah.
They also do
Steak and cheese rolls used to bang. I don't know if you remember them.
No, I don't
They
remember
used to
them.
do steak and cheese roll. Oh my god.
Sounds quite nice.
That sounds
was,
very good,
yeah.
doesn't it?
Like a Philly cheesesteak kind of
Yeah,
thing.
Oh, I think that'd be good. Good one to make that as well for your channel. That'd be a good one to make.
I went for an interview at Greg's once. Right.
Is it a joke? No, it's jokes that come in.
That's not one of my jokes. I actually went for an interview once at Greg's. I don't know why I've never mentioned it on the pod.
He looks serious. I don't like
That's
it.
why they've not sponsored you.
Yeah, remember?
You're on payroll.
Interview going really well, right? And he goes to me, "What's your favourite product from Greg's?" I was like, "Oh, I love the steak and cheese melts." He was like, "What? They stink going in the oven."
Really?
He's like, "We're taking them off the menu." I was like,
Big,
"All right."
big cross on your
That's what I got
application.
there.
Yeah.
Did you not get a job?
No.
Oh, imagine if you got the job there.
I know, yeah.
I know. This podcast
I'd have been a lot
never
bigger.
happened.
Should we have a little break, boys?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
We'll come back and part 2. There's going to be a lot of hypothetical questions and all sorts.
Oh, yeah.
Mainly
Let's
just
go. I'm
chill
ready
out.
for it.
Yeah.
See you in part 2.
Part 2.
Part 2.
Back.
Part 2, baby.
I think that was one of my favourite breaks. I was just sat there,
We
listening.
should have just carried on recording.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's a problem. We need to buy a camera where it's so.
BTS.
Yeah, the problem we've
Okay.
got is at the moment is it's just 30 minutes. We only film 30 minutes.
okay.
That's why we section it up.
Right.
But I
okay.
think it's kind of good that we do section it up as well because it makes the second half. I always feel the second half is a lot more kind of free, a lot more.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you've sort of got that first off just to chat and get.
We try and do the first half about you, why you do what you do, stuff like that, and then the second part is just more whatever
Chill,
flows off kind of
I get
thing.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sweet.
I was interested about your boxing. I want to talk about a bit about the boxing on the camera because I think it's completely different from like your Instagram page and what I thought.
Yeah.
So you were saying about like you've had quite a few pro boxers, like you sparred with Nathan
Yeah,
Gorman.
Nathan Gorman was a sparring partner. Yeah, I used to spar Nathan. Yeah. I've actually sparred with Tony Bellew. Yeah, a long time ago. Yeah, he came down the gym. It's really, really embarrassing because he travelled all the way from Liverpool on a Sunday morning to do some sparring with us. And literally, I'd been out the night before. I was like really hungover, and I got in. I could only do 1 round with him. I was knackered.
Yeah.
After 1 3-minute round, I had to get out. Luckily, there was some other boxers there. He jumped in with him as well.
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
want to waste the journey, but I felt so embarrassed. I'm like, I'm so sorry, mate. But I can't fucking. I'm still pissed. I need to go back to bed. But yeah, my dad runs a gym in Macclesfield. Always been in a boxing gym, and then always trained kind of thing. And then went amateur at like 18, and then I had 12 fights. And then
did you?
yeah, 12 fights, lost 1. I got robbed. Definitely got robbed. It was madness. The one that I lost, right? The fight was in like a working man's club.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
It was when you could smoke inside.
Right.
And so
You couldn't breathe.
to make it worse is that the ring was elevated. So you were in a cloud of smoke. You were in smog.
Who thought of that?
I don't know. I honestly do not know. But at the time back then, it was no one.
Yeah, it was normal, I suppose. Yeah.
Be smoking while there's people boxing. It's like
you were having a cig in between rounds.
Yeah. But yeah, it was a guy's home show, and to be fair, I wasn't fit enough, and he beat me. Well, he got the decision, but I thought I'd won. But everyone says that, you know what I mean? So yeah. But then I had a back injury, so I had to stop it. Unfortunately,
that's a shame.
Yeah.
If you had with Tony Bellew.
Yeah. Nathan Gorman. Like we said before, we had Carrie Artenstall, who's just won bronze at the Olympics. Her girlfriend has won gold. They're both pro now. And from Macclesfield. Lauren's not from Macclesfield; she's from Wales. But yeah,
that would have been a tough grudge match if they both were.
Oh, imagine that against each other.
No, them two together. Yeah, luckily they're not the same weight.
I was going to say, imagine that both start away having
You wouldn't want to get into an altercation with them two on a night out.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Yeah, try it on with her or something like, get away from my miss. You what? Like, quick dig.
Was that the gold medal?
Yeah.
Always carrying around the boxing gloves there.
Thumb shield in the first.
Go on, mate.
Anyway, I'm going to take us off the boxing because obviously you're saying then why do they want to talk to us if all I do is make burgers?
Yeah.
So would you say you're a bit of a burger expert yourself?
I know my burgers.
Okay.
Yeah, I know my burgers. Yeah, I would never say I'm an expert.
That was a subtle way of saying yes, of course.
So my question to you is, what is the best fast food burger?
Ooh.
What we're counting as fast food? We need to really
Mackey's,
clarify that.
KFC, Burger King.
Oh, so you can't put KFC in the same category.
No, of course not. It's chicken, isn't it? You need a chicken burger and a beef burger.
All right, then we'll do best beef burger.
So best beef burger from a chain for me is probably Five Guys.
Agreed. It's
nice burgers. It is nice, but in the fries, you get your tub, don't you?
And
then you stick it in the bag, and then you tip loads more.
Cajun everywhere. Yeah. Cajun fries. Oh, unreal.
Bang it. I tell you what else is nice. Archie's. I think Archie's is okay.
Oh, okay.
That's quite nice.
I've never had food from there.
Yeah, it's quite nice. The chicken burgers from there are really good. But for me, KFC, chicken, out of the fast food restaurants for burgers, and that kind of food, KFC every time. Yeah, for me, I love them.
Oh, KFC.
Fillet burger.
Zinger Tower burger, baby. Zinger Tower, get that hash brown in there, you know what I mean? Yeah.
See, I might book it for
ketchup
one guy, mate.
Mayo.
Ketchup and mayo.
Oh, nice, yeah.
That's on the fillet burger.
Is it? Is that what's on the fillet? Right, I did not know that. I was me thinking, like, oh, yeah, it's nice. Yeah.
Did you think of that yourself?
Yeah. In a beef fair, we were at a beef fair the other week and I had a KFC from there. I was absolutely steamed and I can't remember the menu, but I had a burger and it shat all over English menu burgers. It's just crazy. It was. I remember eating it. I remember just having 2 chicken breasts on it. And I remember eating it, and it was the best burger I've ever eaten. I don't know whether it was because I was pissed.
I don't know. It's just abroad, though, because there's a big rave about... So we went to Iron Apple a few years ago, and there's a big rave about Burger King at Larnaca Airport. Everyone raves about it. But I think everybody raves about it because you've just done seven days in Iron Apple. So you're gonna taste an okay burger.
€15.
Yeah, exactly.
Go for it, man.
I think Burger King are at the bottom, man. I do not rate Burger King.
I think there's a reason why there's not a lot of places.
I think they're too expensive for what they are.
That's what I would say about Five Guys.
Five Guys.
Yeah, but I think Five Guys is a little bit overpriced. For what you're paying, you could actually go and find like a decent burger joint. Like in Manchester, there's some decent burger joints where you can.
You've been to Lou and Joe's in Holmfirth?
No, I haven't. No, nice.
Lovely.
I think I might follow them.
All I'm gonna say is, it's better than Almost Famous.
Really?
They Almost Famous is like down here. Lou and Joe's is top
I'm
notch.
sure. Let me have a quick look.
It's really nice.
I'm pretty sure.
And they're so good. They do a lot of videos as well, so they're quite good on the socials.
Did I just clock your home screen? Then was a burger.
Yeah, it's always burgers. My lock screen is a burger. Yeah.
That is the most on-brand thing I've seen in my life. But it's not even on-brand. It's just you think.
Follow him.
Yeah, Lou and Joe's is
okay.
If you ever get to go, it's so good.
Look at that bad boy.
I got introduced to it by our mate Billy.
I went in lockdown when it was you could only take away.
It's so chicken wings.
Eat it on home.
Very good as well. Chicken wings are good as well.
I'm a connoisseur on them as well. But I tell you where is nice, not far from here, Bun and Bones Club.
Where's that?
On the A6 in Hazel Grove. They don't open it at the minute. They're still doing takeaway. But before lockdown, they were a joint you could go and sit in. They've incredible burgers.
That was actually one of the questions that were asked quite frequently. Well, quite frequently was the hidden spots in Manchester.
Right,
Where are kind of like your hidden gems?
What's your top 3 hidden gems in Manchester?
Well, we'll say Greater Manchester, so we'll include like your local area as well.
Yeah. So burger wise, I'd say is probably Bun and Bones Club. I love Thankyou Kitchen.
Oh,
I don't think it's when we did a scram review there at the time. It's a Vietnamese place, and it's run by a massive family. It's a family, done place. And at the time it wasn't very well known, but now it's quite big.
Massive,
but
yeah.
The food, mate, is unreal. You should go and just try it. And then a third.
Don't have to be burgers. Just
I'm
like
thinking,
a hidden spot.
thinking.
There's that sandwich place that people rave about in Manchester. I think so. Rate My Takeaway. Stephen Tries went there with Rate My Takeaway.
Right.
Can't remember what it is, but it's literally
there's
like
Bada Bings, wasn't there? What's it called now? It's just down an alleyway, innit?
Yes,
it's pre-order.
Yeah, you have to pre-order and they make all the bread and everything fresh. So they only have a select amount, and it's literally just down an alleyway, and you have to pre-order. And Stephen Tries and Max went with Rate My Takeaway. Honestly, it looked unreal.
Did it?
It looked so good.
Yeah.
But I like it when you take the wrong turn in town sometimes when you're hungry.
You find something
and you find
random.
somewhere and you're just let's go in and see what it's like. And it's never bad.
No.
Never bad.
I'm trying to think where else I like. Oh, I tell you, hidden gem. I went in Heaton Chapel.
Yeah.
There's a place called Feed in Heaton Chapel, but there used to be another place. I can't think what it was called now, but it shut down recently. It had to shut down because of like price inflation and everything.
Yeah, of course.
Keep up with it all. And I really wanted to go there to try because it did like triple, like 15-hour chips. Where they do it's thinly sliced the potato and they deep fry it and everything like that. I really wanted to try it. Anyway, I booked in with my mate to go there, and it was like the day before they shut shop. And I was looking in the area. I was like where can we go around here? You got Feed, but that's just like a general store where it's just like a bit of a supermarket, but you can also get food there. And whilst I was looking on the map, I noticed across the street La Capilla. And I was like, it's a Mexican. I was like,
nice.
I like Mexican. I love Mexican food. Let's go and try there. So I actually did a video on my Instagram about it, and we went there, me and my mate Jono, and I have never tasted Mexican food like it. I have never tasted. Honestly, they did like hispy cabbage. They did Baja fish tacos. They did little pork scratchings like with jalapenos. They did like.
I've not had any tea.
Have you not? Making you well hungry. Yeah. They did nachos with like this cheese with jalapenos in it. It was just unreal, proper authentic. Churros at the end with like toffee and caramel.
Yeah.
Banging. And then I took my missus the other week before I went to Ibiza. I just said, you need to try this place. Went in there and I was a bit dubious because I thought, I hope the first time we went wasn't a fluke.
Yeah.
Banged the second time.
That
is a hidden gem. I've told like MCR and Matty White, who does stuff for Manchester's Finest, I'm like, you need to go here because the food is incredible. But now I'm like kicking myself a little bit because I don't want it to get too big.
Yeah, you want it.
You want it to be a little bit underground because you don't. If things get too big, you try and get in there. One, you can never get in there, and two, sometimes you just can't cope with the stress.
Of course, yeah.
And you might cripple under it, and like the standard of food might drop, which is not what you want.
You don't want that. No way.
But that was my 3. Yeah, Bun and Bones, Thankyou, La Capilla, which stands for the chapel.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Love Mexican food.
Do
you know what? I've never known anyone to slag off Mexican food, you know. So like sometimes, like some people like with like Indian food, they can say, I'm not a big fan of it. Mexican food, I'm never kind of...
I have a few people, only because they don't like coriander.
Oh, okay.
Because a lot of people don't like coriander, but I mean, a lot of Mexican food has a lot of coriander in it, like the salsa and stuff like that, and a lot of the toppings is coriander, and a lot of people are like, I don't like it because it's got coriander. So I'll take the coriander off then.
I think a lot of people, they get like... obsessed with like they get in the reds. They basically talk themselves out of some stuff all the time.
It's like people that say they don't like fish. I don't know if you're one of these people.
Yeah.
But people say they don't like fish and they never tried it, and that always baffles me.
Yeah.
It's true that.
Yeah.
To be
I'm
fair,
like, why don't you
I'm
try
quite
it?
frequently like that. I never choose fish, but
Neither do I.
I'm trying to think most of the fish
Yeah.
I've never
I
had.
just slagged you both off.
If I go somewhere, I'm not going to buy a fish.
Oh, of course, yeah.
I'm going to go for a steak or something
Yeah.
else.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go for fish. For me, I just think it kind of tastes the same. I never really get a different flavour from it. So that's the only reason I'm not a massive fish fan.
Yeah.
I do like fish though. Don't get me wrong. I'll have it, but it's not something I first go for. It's definitely not something that.
I love a bit of seafood.
Yeah.
I do love a bit of seafood. Yeah.
Do you like mussels?
I love mussels.
You should come to Mac and try Jamie Savage's mussels. They will blow your mind. Yeah, they will blow your mind. Yeah, he was just on Gordon Ramsay's. It wasn't MasterChef. He did that thing where he got like people who did street food.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah,
on
I
it, Jamie.
remember this.
Yeah, from Mac. He was on it. Yeah, and I think he got to like just before like when you start to get knocked out kind of thing, like the semi-finals. I think he got knocked out there kind of thing, but he did quite well with it.
Yeah.
But he owns a little shack in the Picturedrome in Mac. Have you heard of the Picturedrome?
I've not. No.
No.
Have you done a video?
I did do a video with Jamie Savage. I did do it, yeah, with the mussels.
I've seen his video.
Yeah, so
I've
you've heard of
definitely
Mackie
seen
Mayer
this.
in Manchester, an ultra
Yeah.
Well, it's those. It's part of that.
Yeah, I've definitely seen
Yeah.
this video. I was thinking now, I was like, I recognise that name.
Yeah.
I've definitely seen the
Savage's
video.
was unreal. I like I say, I'm not a massive seafood fan. My missus is, and he used to in Macclesfield every last Sunday of every month they have a market called the Treacle Market.
Oh, nice.
And he used to have a stall there, and we went there, and she's like, "You need to try these mussels." Like, I won't like them. I don't like them. I'm not into
Yeah.
it. Tried them.
Unreal.
Yeah, unreal.
Yeah.
You can't beat it on a nice day, bit sunny, going to sit outside at the Picturedrome, getting a big bowl of his mussels and a nice glass of white wine, ice cold white wine.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so nice. And you get a big piece of bread to...
That was one of the most
Don't take it
sophisticated things I've ever heard anyone say.
Really? It's
I was like,
beautiful. It's
that
nice.
sounded so sophisticated. Am I just like rough? Am I just common? I'm there thinking, like, oh, I just want a big sloppy burger.
You have that as well. He does a mussel burger. He does popcorn mussel. He does deep fried mussels.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
He does so it's like a fish cake, but with mussels. And so he makes that and then puts cheese on it. He does like coleslaw, everything like that on a bun. It's beautiful. Yeah.
Oh.
You should come over to Mac. Come to the Picturedrome.
He's thinking, he's
We'll do
like,
it. Offbeat away day.
Come down, we should do a podcast in Picturedrome.
Yeah.
we did our first vlog actually, but should be coming
did,
out very
yeah.
soon.
Okay.
It'll probably be out before this episode comes out.
If I can edit in time.
Where did you go?
So it was when we did with 10K. We thought we were going to try it out.
yeah.
And do you know how you were saying in the first part about how like filming elsewhere is completely different?
Yeah.
I found that. Even like, so Jack Curley was there, a good, quite a decent mate of ours now, to be fair.
Yeah.
Former guest. And like, I just felt like a vlog was like so different from a podcast.
Yeah.
And I just found it so like, so I didn't go over to him and ask him because we were always mates. So I was like, I don't want to be that guy. But I was
Yeah.
like, but he's going to be fine with it.
Yeah.
I like talked myself out of
Yeah.
it, but it was
And
so different.
Did you do any recording while you were doing it as well?
tried to, yeah,
It's
yeah.
hard, isn't it? When you're out, like here, your cameras are set up, you don't have to worry about
Exactly,
them.
yeah.
When you're out, you're having to make sure you're capturing everything.
Yeah.
Because then you get back and you think, oh, I wish I'd bloody recorded that.
I think that's what we missed so much
Yeah.
out just because it was the first one. But it's a
you learn
learning
from it,
curve.
Yeah, because it's trial and error, innit? You know,
Yeah.
At least you're doing something. At least you know.
It's different
The next
avenue to
time-
go down, isn't it?
Yeah. Bit of extra content for us. as well,
Exactly.
isn't it? So-
You should get a GoPro or something like that. Stick a
Yeah.
GoPro. to
GoPro
you.
would have been a good idea,
And
actually.
do
would
the
have
running
been a
when you're
really good
talking
idea.
to someone or you have it on your head.
We've just seen Dan running off. We've seen Dan just pegging it. And me going, nah, go on, lad.
How fast did you do it?
57 minutes I
That's
did.
not right. So you're not far behind.
No,
Yeah.
10 minutes.
That's not bad, though, is it? 10 minutes.
And he still didn't get me a pint in.
I was
You
recovering.
get a pat of
to be
water.
fair.
Yeah, you get a pat of water, yeah.
Didn't even get me a pint in. I had to go and get my own pint when I was there.
The first words he said to me when he got there, he went, "Oh, I'm knackered. Where's my pint?"
Says, I got you one, but you've been that long, haven't you?
yeah. I didn't want to get him warm. I didn't know how long you'd be.
True. I bet you 45 minutes in. Oh, where is he?
If you ring a search party, go find
Where is
you.
he?
To be fair, for the first minute or two, you're recovering, aren't you? You're knackered.
Oh,
you're
my
breathing.
life
And then-
is dead.
2 minutes have passed. I'm like, oh, actually, is he?
Is he okay?
I thought you might have got lost.
We're filming this afternoon. I need him back by 4. We started at 10.
Did you film in the afternoon as well?
Yeah.
Did you? No way.
We filmed them 2 lads from Liverpool.
Right, Jesus.
We filmed in the afternoon.
I would have been knackered. Hats off to you doing that.
Yeah.
Man. Fuck that.
Well, it's more just like, so we've got to that stage now where we're just kind of trying to accommodate for guests as much as possible, aren't we?
Exactly.
We can fit people in, because problem is, I work days, he works nights.
Right, okay.
So to find a time where we can both do
5 hours gap, haven't we?
we got like a 5 hour gap.
Are you
where we
working
can-
tonight then?
Yeah.
What do you do?
I'm a DJ.
Oh,
so,
right, okay. Right, yeah.
So I'm in Liverpool tonight.
Right, no way.
It should be fun.
Right.
To
To what time?
4.
Right, Jesus.
I love it. Sometimes he works till 6, and by the time he gets back, he's back at like 7, half 7. That's when I get up for work.
Get up for
Yeah.
work.
So sometimes
So
I
your
should.
sleeping pattern's mad, innit?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. It's the opposite way around.
Is it?
to be
Yeah.
fair.
Jesus.
I love it though, because I always wake up with like 5 messages being like, done the thumbnail, done the title, done this, and then I wake up with Bond and he'll be like, yeah, I'm knackered now, I'm going to bed.
How long have you been doing that for then?
I've been doing it a while, so I started when I was in uni.
Okay.
And then obviously COVID came around, stopped it all.
Yeah.
But then obviously since COVID started up again, I've been straight up
Okay, right.
like doing it. Yeah,
Sweet. Do you do like event nights?
event
Or is
nights
it-
and
are
club
you like,
nights.
Are
Yeah,
you like what do you call it? Like when you're a guest somewhere and you're there all the time.
a resident. Do you?
Residency.
Yeah,
Residency.
I've got residencies. That's my
Right.
main, because obviously that's like a regular source
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah.
But like with the events and stuff, first of all, you don't really get paid much for them,
No.
and second of all, they're like once every while. There's
Yeah.
no definite for them, so you got to take the residencies wherever you
Right.
can.
Okay.
Um,
Have you got a manager or anything yet?
no,
Are you looking for that
No,
one?
I'm not at that level.
You're
just yet.
trying to promote yourself. Well, I tell you what.
No, you could do though. You know what I mean? That's how it starts, doesn't it? You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
exactly.
You'll get to a certain point. Like if you're doing all these nights, at one point they're going to say, right, well, someone's going to approach you and say, right, do you want to start doing some
Do
festivals?
this, yeah.
Yeah.
I can get you this, but you know, I'll take 20%, but we'll get you this, that, and this, that, and
Yeah,
this.
exactly.
So yeah,
Just waiting for that door to open,
yeah,
isn't it?
I'm sure.
So, any managers, if you're watching,
yeah,
if you've got links with the Manchester area, get in touch.
is that what you have to do in Liverpool? Is that because did you go to university there?
Yeah,
Right,
Yeah,
so
that's
that-
where I went.
right.
So that's where most of my gigs are.
Right.
But you can catch me in Manchester as well.
Do you do many gigs in Manchester?
I do a few.
Yeah.
Yeah, just around Deansgate and stuff.
Yeah. Sweet.
Yeah.
There you go.
So being a DJ and working nights and
Yeah.
stuff, I finish at 4 and sometimes I'm hungry coming home.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing open's Mackey's.
Okay.
What's your go-to Mackey's order?
I've had this before in my story,
Here
and
we
I've always said like I'm not a massive.
Don't
fan
say
of
fish
Mackey's.
fillet or
No,
something.
yeah, fish fillet. No cheese and no tartar on it. Just
No,
the
we
fish.
actually had a DJ
Really?
on.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's currently out in IB for now at the moment.
Oh, is he?
He's
No way,
supporting
okay.
Joe Corey, his best
Yeah,
mate
yeah.
Joe Corey.
Right.
So he's doing a residency out there, and he said fish fillet. And
Came
we
out
all,
of fish fillet, yeah.
And he was being serious.
yeah.
Strange bloke.
I mean, I said before, I find it weird that people won't try fish, but I'm not trying to fish
No,
fillet.
no. I have actually tried it once, and it wasn't that.
It was like a
nice.
fish finger butty.
I like a fish.
I like a fish finger wrap. We do it at our work, mushy peas, and it's lovely.
Oh,
Really
I like
good.
fish finger butty. If you do, they're nice.
Yeah.
They're rating bit tomato sauce on it, but
Oh, of
Tommy
course.
came, but the fish fillet, I ate it. It was like, what? I'm not into this at all. But I like if I'm going to McDonald's, it's got to be a triple cheeseburger.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like a triple
Yeah.
cheeseburger. It's probably the only one
They
there
hit
where
different,
you're getting a lot of meat, you get a lot of cheese. Yeah, you can actually taste a bit of meat on that.
Yeah.
But if I'm going to McDonald's, and it's normally because I've got one near my work, I'll go to the drive-through
Yeah.
on the way home or something like that. I'll get a triple cheeseburger meal with chips, Coca-Cola, and then I'll get a normal cheeseburger and chicken nuggets just for the drive home.
Love that.
Because I get hungry because of the smell. You're like,
That's
"Just
the
can't
most
wait."
tactical
Yeah.
thing I've heard. That
Because you'll be dipping into the
need.
chips, and by
Yeah.
the time you get home, you've got no chips, and you've just got a triple cheeseburger. Whereas if you've got chicken nuggets and a
Yeah.
burger,
You
by
can
the time
snack
you
away
get-
and you've still got your meal there.
And you get home, you're like, right. And then you eat the meal, and then after, like 10 minutes later, you've got to drink a gallon of water because that's salty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it never fills you up either.
No, it doesn't.
It never fills you up.
I still blag a student cheeseburger, me.
How?
How?
Your student card that's like 6 years out of date.
Yeah.
Do you still use that?
Yeah. Well, they don't even check the student card.
Man, you know it's 23.
What did you say? Did you say at the drive-thru, like, I've got
Yeah,
a student card?
student cheeseburger, please, mate.
To be fair,
way.
it's 4 a.m. They don't care. Do
No,
they?
they don't. They're giving away everything. aren't
Yeah,
they?
they don't care. They don't want to be there.
Try it next time you go.
I will do. I'll see if
See what
I'll see if they
happens.
do it. Have you got a student card? Oh,
Oh,
Left it
sorry.
at home.
yeah. Left it at fucking. Never been to university.
I've left it in the flat.
Yeah, same. Never been unit. So try it. I used to love that. I used
Do you
to
not do
always.
it? Do you not blag a student cheeseburger?
I did when I was 18.
I thought
yeah.
that was the done thing.
When I was 18, I used to get it when I had my uni days. But I didn't go to uni, did I? So I used to scab off other people.
Did you?
I still do it now, to be fair. Always messaging.
Student discount.
Yeah, we got some people who do like masters year, so it's like the last year. And next year, I don't know what I'm going to do. I need someone else to listen. No, but you need it for online, so like JD and stuff like that.
Yeah.
My sister still gets it as well.
How?
At uni days, I have no idea. Bear in mind, she's 2 years older than me.
Oh,
so
she's still
she's still like student stuff, yeah, and she's 25. So
do you get 20% off for something with student discount? Or is it not that much?
I don't know. You get it all sorts of all different places. It's mental.
free cheeseburger at Mackey's or at McFlurry or a chicken.
It's
chicken
not
sandwich.
just university, is it? You can get it from college.
Yeah.
College doing hairdressers. So she's got a student card. We could be getting discount at
The
McDonald's.
discounts,
She
yeah.
has been
We need to
using
get on
it.
it.
Wait till I get home, Abby.
I think like Las Iguanas is a mad one. That's like 20%.
What's that?
I think Las Iguanas. I think
Oh,
that's
right,
20%.
okay, okay, no way.
We went with Tony and her sister. So her sister, she's at uni now, and she whipped out the uni days 20% off a bill. We all went.
Get it, yeah.
That I used to work in Las Iguanas, and the food used to hit different when you had a hangover because you got a free meal
Right,
when
no
you were on
way.
shift. You got like a free like enchilada or burrito or
Nice.
whatever. So you'd do your first half of the shift rough as anything, and then you'd get that enchilada down you. Oh,
You knew, man.
Mexican
different,
food, I'm
mate.
telling you, it
is,
does hit. It hits. I
It
want to
does
go
hit.
Mexico, man. I really want to go. A lad who I know, Robbie Reviews, he went over there for his honeymoon, and the food over there, he was like going to proper authentic taco shacks kind of thing, and he just said it was like like birria where they just slow roast it for hours, like 24 hours, and then boom on a taco with not much garnish on it. And he just said the flavors. Well, the flavors just looked incredible, man. It just looks banging.
Yeah, I always say a little bit. So, someone I work with, he's Muslim, so he went on a pilgrimage not too long ago, and the first thing I had to ask him was, "What was your food like?" And he looked at me, stopped, and went, "Mate, you'll never taste anything like that."
Really?
And it's a shame in it because it's at religion, but the actual food there is meant to be unreal. He was saying there's street vendor after street vendor all the time, and it's all authentic, homemade. And he said the flavors, if you go to an Indian kind of round here or anything like that, it's just nothing like it.
Well, that's the thing.
And
I think a lot of the Indian restaurants here cater for English taste buds.
Yeah, of course.
And like you got the chicken korma and tikka masala and stuff like that. None of that is.
that's our national dish. Tikka masala.
Really?
Is it?
Yeah.
No.
If you
I
Google
never
it
go
right
for a
now,
tikka masala,
England's
mate.
national dish is a tikka masala.
No way.
I love to go. You have to go down the chef's specials, and if you're at an Indian place, you need to go down the chef specials and see what they're cooking up here.
What do you recommend?
Yeah.
But like,
Look at when I do that, they look at me and go, "You can't handle spice, man."
Yeah, look back
don't ask that again. But that's the thing we were saying before we started about Dishoom. Like, that's so authentic.
That's what you want out of the place, I think.
food.
Authenticity is amazing. It's just
you
what you
can't
want.
beat it, and that's the thing when. Nowadays, you go places like when I said before about TGI Fridays, a lot of people don't realise what's out there because a lot of the time all you're seeing is big chains. But it's only when you like really get into food and you know people who are into food that you get to see these places that are family run and they're really authentic and it's home roots, proper food, and they're the smallest places that would need your custom more than anywhere.
Yeah.
And you go there and they change your life forever, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Food wise, like that Thankyou, the Vietnamese place, like all that food because I think like his mum and dad are from Vietnam and they cooked in Vietnam.
Yeah.
And they bring it over and they're cooking authentic dishes. And you've never have chicken wings from there. I've never had salt and pepper chicken wings in my life from there. They do chicken salt and pepper soft shell crab. Oh, unfucking real, unreal. He did lobster for us one time. What else did we have? We had loads of stuff when we went with a few of my mates. It's just incredible. In the heart of Chinatown it is as well. Just
That's unreal.
Yeah.
Vietnamese food's so nice as well.
Yeah,
And I think it's spot on.
Yeah. That's the first time I ever tried it. That's the first time I've ever tried it. It's unreal.
It's like a fusion, isn't it? Because wasn't it to do with like the French were colonised there? So it's like a fusion, like French food,
Right,
like
I don't
East
know.
Asian food. I swear I heard someone say that, and that's why.
I've got no idea,
didn't
mate.
know.
Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
Sit there and eat it.
But like, there's what's it called now? I can't think of the cuisine. It'll come to me in a minute. But there's a place in Mac called Elaf, and that's like a really like small family run place, and the food is incredible from there. And it's all authentic, and it's like a little bit of a treat now that we'll go because the portions are massive as well.
Yeah.
he'll say, like, bring this out, and he'll just say, oh, this is on the house, have a try of it, and it's come from the chef. Like, they will have made that themselves, and like, just have a try of it.
Yeah.
Let me know what you think, and it's just incredible food, man. It's great. Yeah, I'm trying to think what the cuisine is. It'll come to me in a minute anyway. Yeah,
need to try half these places because I'm always looking for nice places to go and eat in town and stuff like that. I Google it like best restaurants and stuff, and it just comes up with chains all the time.
Well, that's
because they pay the ads on Google. They'll come up the first thing. The best thing you want to do is inbox people like the Manchester's Finest, Eat MCR, the big Manchester bloggers, people who actually know the place. And the good thing with those big pages is they will go to people who are quite small and independent and try and help them, and they will say, you need to try here, and they'll push the custom there. And they are genuine people as well who genuinely love food, so they'll always point you in the right direction. They're the people to contact, people who actually enjoy food, like bloggers, not people people who actually enjoy it, and they'll find out the good spots.
I remember a comedian once went on Have a Word, Chris Washington. So he's based a Manchester comedian, and he came out and he was talking about chippies, and he basically said he'll only ever go to a chippy if they don't deliver, if you can't order online, and if it looks run down. He said if it's not any of them, then they're not good enough. No, he was like, if it needs to look run down, they've not got time to basically do it because they're that busy.
Oh, they don't need to do it up.
Exactly. And I was listening to it and I was like, that sounds 100% to the T.
Yeah.
Like a nice little dark dingy sort of chippy.
Then again, you say that. Shout out Oceans in Glossop. Banging chippy. Good, and it does look pretty nice as well.
Yeah, but it's quite new though. And it's a chain now.
Is it a chain?
Oh, is it a chain?
It's a chain, yeah.
Oh, mad. Never mind then.
Still lovely though. I mean, I lived in a flat.
Don't go there.
I got Oceans. But Oceans, if you are watching, get in touch.
Sponsor.
To be fair, the best chippy I've ever had is from Knutsford, and it's called Hook Chip Shop. And they're not a massive chain, but they've got
a couple there.
Yeah, they think they've got a couple down south. I think her dad, she's moved up here, opened this one up in Knutsford. Her dad owns a few chippies down south somewhere. So they're a chain, but best chippy I've ever had.
I think some chains definitely work. Like, I mean, you look at the I don't know. What's your opinion on Mowgli?
Never tried it.
Never tried Mowgli.
I've never tried it, but a lot of people have said it's really nice.
Like traditional, authentic Indian food. Well, I imagine so. That's gorgeous.
Yeah, Wagamama's.
Yeah, gorgeous. You can never go wrong with it. Apart from you go with a big group and you'll finish your meal by
by the time theirs is cool.
Yeah.
Talking about chains, I want to get onto this quickly because when we had El Burrito on, he was mentioning his favourite chips from chains.
Okay.
And this caused some controversy because I completely disagreed with him and Luke was on his side. What's your opinion on Spoon's chips?
I haven't been there for a long time, you know.
Yeah. Was it because of the chips? Is that why you didn't want to go there?
Fucking absolute dive.
I love this. So since the episode, El Burrito was in about 4 or 5 stories. Every time he's in Spoons, he'll just put a story up saying about Spoons chips. But they're just so good, and
I'll have to go and try them now. You know,
they're just too mashy.
Are they?
Oh, see, I love a steak cut chip. Steak cut chip is the way
they're
forward.
Not even crispy.
Got to be crispy.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Chips have got to be crispy.
Yeah.
That's why.
Are you a fries man? I feel like that's an insult for me, but
I like fries. I like crispy chips though. Chips should be crispy.
Yeah,
they shouldn't be soft.
Bang on.
If you want soft chips, just fucking make some mashed potato, mate.
Yeah, clip this. This is one of the clips.
No, but they have, haven't they, chips?
Yeah,
they're being fried, aren't they? Or they've been put in the oven. They shouldn't come out crispy. They shouldn't come out soft.
I think you can tell when the chips are a bit dead when you've got to put a load of sauce on them. If you don't have to put sauce on them, I think they're tasty.
Yeah. Or drown them in vinegar or something.
Yeah.
I hate it when you go to a takeaway, something like that, and you get chips and you eat them and you bite into them and you can see that the hollow. Like, that's because they've been like triple fried because no one's ordered them, and then they're dead dry and they clog in your throat. And that puts me off takeaways.
Yeah.
It really does. I hate ordering a kebab sometimes because you get the chips and you're like, they've been there since last night.
Of course, yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
I don't feel that at all.
It's hard, isn't it, finding a good takeaway?
Yeah.
There's
not many in Mac. There isn't many in Macclesfield. That's one thing that's lacking. There's takeaways, but it's the kebab.
Yeah, of course.
I want a decent kebab.
Yeah.
Have you ever been abroad and tried the kebabs over there? They're like completely different levels.
Yeah, they are different, aren't they?
Completely different breed. We went to Brussels once and they did kebabs there, and I've never tried kebabs like them. The pitta was incredible, and then they put chips inside.
Because it's all freshly baked, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like that's why Levy Bakery's got so big nowadays.
Yeah, it's all fresh.
Because it's all fresh, and the bread from there. Oh my God, it's light, airy, and just delicious. It's so good.
We went to Budapest on a stag do, and in Budapest, have you been to Budapest? Yeah,
No,
we've
I've
been
not
to
been
Budapest.
before.
Beautiful city, stunning. But they've got the river, and then you've got one side. I think one side's Buda, the other side's pest, isn't it? But I think we were on the Buda side, but we were like right in this dirty stick side of it. And in our hotel below it was a little kebab house, and unreal.
Yeah.
Unreal. If you had that in Macclesfield, they'd be millionaires.
There would be, yeah.
It was literally, they had round pitters, and then boom, he chopped the end off, open it up, and he just stuffed chicken, salad, sauce, chicken, salad, sauce, chicken, salad, and it was like that. And then he'd get the bit that he chopped off, and he'd just stick that in the end, give it you, and he'd be like, yeah, it's €3, mate. And hung over in the morning just smashing that.
Yeah.
It was that's probably again why it tasted so amazing. yeah. It's probably some dead cat he'd been cooking from around the back. It still tasted nice. But yeah, it's just on a different level. I find food and kebabs abroad are just completely different over here.
So I think that's a good ending on there. I think that's a good ending. Where can we find you, mate?
In Macclesfield.
I don't want your address and postcode.
On social media, Instagram is just Fat Sam Eats, TikTok Fat Sam Eats, and YouTube Fat Sam Eats. There's nothing on YouTube yet,
but it will
eventually
be.
There will be
coming.
eventually. I've got like because they do the shorts on there, don't they?
Yes, yeah.
Eventually, I'll try and transfer some of those TikTok videos that did really well onto YouTube and see how they do on there. But eventually I will be cracking YouTube eventually when I quit my job.
Lovely.
Lovely.
Yeah, go and show and support.
Everything, as always, will be in the description. Been a cracker, mate.
It's been a cracker. It's been a right laugh.
Thanks for having me on, lads.
Hey, mate.
Thank you, mate. It's been an absolute pleasure.
I think part 2 is going to be impending with this. I want to get both you and El Burrito on. Because I think that would be that'd be a good dynamic. I think that'd be a really good dynamic.
Yeah, we'll see the argument over the spoons. Does
he rate them then?
Yeah, he rates them.
Does he rate them?
Yeah,
I'm
I rate
going to
him
go
as well.
try him, I'm going to have to go and try him because I can't remember the last time I had him. The only time I've ever been in there.
Spoons in Poynton. Best spoons around.
Is that the Kingfisher?
Yes. Yeah, go there.
Okay.
It's unreal. And you can sit outside. Nice summer's day. You've got a nice pint. You've got nice spoons chip. I always go for the wrap. Come on.
Where are the toilets? On the upstairs.
I don't
On the upstairs, because every spoon they're all upstairs.
They're just always the opposite end of the building. You just need to just walk until you can't walk anymore, and there's the toilet.
It stinks of piss.
Head on over to and show Fat Sam Eats some love, especially. Done us a big favour coming on here.
Cheers, guys.
Yeah, make sure you give us a 5-star review on Spotify as well. Comment down below. Let us know. What do you think about spoons chips?
Get involved. Yeah, get involved with the conversation.
And please,
what's your favourite burger?
Yeah, and if there's any hidden gems that we've missed, please let us know because I want to try them all out.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And make sure you subscribe to us as well. Get us 200.
We'll see you next week for another food
video. I mean, all I'm going to say is it's very mank heavy in the next 2 weeks.
It is very mank heavy.
See you then.
Sweet.